In this video, I'm going to be explaining you all the concepts of Django and will lay the pipeline of the first website that will build using Django. So what I want you to do at this point is access my Django playlist. If you haven't already, you can click here to bookmark it and you can click here to save it. I'm saying this again and again because I get a lot of comments in my videos that you haven't started the course from the beginning. So I actually have started the course from the beginning and there is a course playlist and the link is in the description. So I want everyone to access the playlist as soon as possible. Now what I'll do is I'll move on to Visual Studio Code, and what I'll do is I'll create a new project. After creating a new project, what I'll do is I'll lay the urls.py file. I'll tell you what will be the endpoints of our portfolio website. So let's go to the folder where we'll be creating our first Django app. Now, as you can see that I already have a PWH tutorials Django app already here. What I'll do is I'll press shift in my Windows machine and I'll actually right click and then I'll say open partial window here. Now what I can do is I can say Django admin, and if I just say Django admin, it will tell me all the commands that I can run along with this. Now what I'll do is I'll say Django admin start app, and then I'll say start project, not start app. So I want to use this one, start project. I'll start a new project and I'll call my project portfolio. This will be my developer portfolio, which will host all the details of the project that I've built so far. And you can use this template as well. You can use this Django application and you can showcase your skills. So what I'll do is I'll press enter key, and as you can see that I already have this portfolio folder created. Now inside this portfolio folder, I have another portfolio folder which contains the configuration of my Django application. Manage.py is my Python utility, which I'll be using to, give some commands like start app or run server, make migrations. We'll see what migrations are, but for now, I want you to shift, right click, open with code, and you'll see that this folder will be opened in Visual Studio Code. What I'll do is I'll close my PWH tutorials folder and I'll maximize this one. And what I'll do is I'll open a new terminal. Once I open my terminal, I can see that I can type python manage.py start app here, and I can pretty much add any kind of command and I can execute it and I can run and produce the same result that I would have produced using the terminal. So this is the integrated terminal inside Visual Studio Code, and it is really very helpful and I use it very often. Now what I'll do is I'll say python manage.py start app home. Just like my previous project, I'll create an app called home. Now you know what home is. Now you know what project is. You know that portfolio contains the project configuration files like settings.py, asgy.py, which will not worry about much, urls.py, wsgi.py, and manage.py is actually outside the directory. So if I collapse this directory, you'll see that manage.py is actually outside these both directories. If I open my home, I'll not see a urls.py because that is something that I'll have to manually create. So I'll create urls.py and I'll add some code inside this file in just a moment. Now you can see that there is admin.py, apps.py, models.py, test.py, and all this setup might seem a whole lot overwhelming at this point. But what I want you to do is pause for a moment and just listen to me what I'm saying. Because if you listen to me, you get what exactly is required. You don't have to know all these files and you don't have to remember all the commands. You just have to know just enough to build your portfolio application. So whenever I create a new Django application, what I do is I just fire python manage.py run server. And once I do that, my server starts, and if I click this, you can see that the install worked successfully. Congratulations. Now, why did I do this? I just wanted to check whether everything is working fine or not, and things are working pretty good. So what I'll do is I'll go back to my Visual Studio Code, and what I'll do is I'll go to my projects urls.py. Project is portfolio, remember that. And if I open projects urls.py, I see this code. Now you might have noticed, what is this admin? I'll talk about admin very soon. You just ignore admin for now and add some more paths to the URL pattern. In order to add more paths to URL pattern, what I'll do is I'll say whoever comes to you with a request All you have to do is give that request to home.urls. Give that request to home.urls. In order to say this, what I'll do is I'll copy this. I'll say, okay, whenever somebody comes with a request, you do nothing and hand over the request to home's.url.py. So home.urls, but I haven't imported this include. So I need to do this. And include is inside Django.urls. This is something you'll have to remember, or you can simply, refer to this template. It's very straightforward. Now you can see that I have this portfolio and I have this blank inside path, and I'm saying include home.urls. Now I'll save this file, and what I'll do is I will add some URLs inside my home's.urls.py. What I'll do is I'll copy this as is and I'll paste it here. And what I'll do is I'll say from, and then I'll say, I think I need to stop my server because I'm still in a process to write my code. What I'll do is I'll say from home import views. So I have imported views from home. So this is my home directory, and what I'm importing is this file views.py inside my home. Now what I'll do is I'll say, okay, we have imported home's views. Now what I'll do is I'll say, okay, if somebody comes with a slash, you have to redirect him to home.views.index function, let us say. So what I'll do is I'll create an index function here. I'll say def index, and you have to write request like this, and then you have to return HTTP response. This is something that you'll have to remember a bit, that you need to import HTTP response from Django.shortcuts, and you need to create a function with the request as a default argument, and then you have to return HTTP response. This is my home page, and in bracket I'll say slash. That is, this is something that I want to display once somebody comes to slash. So if my website is programmingwithharry.com, so whenever somebody comes to programmingwithharry.com, this is the text that he'll be seeing. Okay, I hope this is very clear to you. What I'll do now is I'll say, okay, if somebody comes with a slash, you need to take him to the function inside views, which is called index. So in order to do this, I'll use this code, in fact comment, which these people have given. I'll use this comment and I'll copy this one. I'll say, okay, so the second argument you're using is views.home and name is equal to home. I'll copy this and I'll paste this here. I'll say, okay, if somebody comes to home, I'm redirecting him to home views. So I'll call it home instead of index. You can call it anything you want. Honestly, you can call it anything you want. You can call it index, you can call it home, you can call it slash, you can call it Harry, you can call it Christopher, you can call it John, you can call it whatever you want. So what I'll do now is I'll save this file, and what I'll do is I'll start my server. In fact, if I haven't told you already, whenever you make a change inside any of these files, your server will reload automatically, and this is the beauty of Django. I'll show you. So if I press enter and I Control S to save, you see that it's reloading. It says that, okay, I see you have made some change. Let me reload to reflect that change inside your browser and inside your project. So what I'll do is I'll press Control S and I'll go back to my previous configuration. I'll remove this space, and what I'll do is I'll come to my browser, and if I reload this now, you can see that it's saying that, oh, you have 2 admins and you have a slash. What is going on? Let me see. Let me debug it. So whenever I type 127.0.0.1:8000, this request will be redirected to my project's urls.py. It will say, okay, if something comes to you, all you have to do is you have to include home.urls. So it will say, okay, something came to me. Let me go to home.urls. Then it is saying that, does it match as admin? No. Does it match slash? No, it doesn't match slash. It is a blank. So I'll say, okay, if it is a blank, all you have to do is you have to simply show me this is my home page. So the way you are putting slashes here might also create trouble. And if you are having problem as a beginner adding slashes and you are thinking where to add slash and where not to add slash, I would strongly suggest you create this project with me and host it to your GitHub account. or maybe host it to your email and whatever, wherever you want. You can keep it into your hard drive as well. And once you have this project at your disposal, what you'll do is you'll have something to look into, and you will find out, okay, so I added a slash here, but I didn't add a slash here. So what you want to do is you want to not add a slash here and add a slash here, whatever you want to do. I mean, you need to be knowing where to add slash and where not to add slash. Okay, so this might be confusing at first, and even I as an experienced Django developer get confused with this. So there are things which will confuse you, but there are things that will make your life easier. For instance, if you have your code inside your GitHub account, that will make your life a lot easier. Coming back to this URL conf, I have this admin here and I'm repeating this admin here. I should not be repeating it here. All I want to handle here in homes urls.py is my name is equal to home, views.home. Whenever somebody comes with a blank slash, I want to redirect him to home. That's about it. I don't want to handle /admin/admin. No, I don't want to handle admin more than once. Admin in most of the cases will be there in your project's urls.py only, and it will not go beyond here. So what I've done right here is I have redirected my part to homes urls.py. Now I can modify my homes urls.py and I can make changes to my homes urls.py in order to add some more endpoints. I want to add an about endpoint, so I'll say comma, I'll press Ctrl D or whatever your shortcut for replicating a line is. You can even copy this line and paste it below that. And I'll say, okay, I want to make an about. Name about. I'll save it. Once again, I'll say, okay, I want to create a contact endpoint. I'll say contact. And then I also want to create a project endpoint. And if you are typing name is equal to project here, you need to have it here as well. So I want to create my function with the name of about inside views.py. I'll create it in just a minute, so just give me a moment. I've saved this file, and at the same time my server is reloading, as you can see. So if I scroll down, it is saying that, hey Harry, listen to me. You are saying that whenever somebody comes with a path slash, redirect him to home. But you are saying it when somebody comes with a blank, redirect him to about. Why are you saying that when somebody comes with a blank or with a slash, take him to home, and you are at the same time saying that take him to about? So this is wrong. I need to say about here, and I need to say slash projects here, and let me call it projects as well, because I want to keep things consistent. Once again, I'll say contact, and my views.contact will be a function, and my name is equal to contact is the name of this endpoint. Now you can see that it's saying that, okay, that's good. Things look good so far. But when I peeked into your views.py, I did not find about, I did not find projects, I did not find contact. What's going on? Why don't you create these functions? So I'll say, okay, sorry, I need to create these functions. So what I'll do is I'll say, okay, let me press Ctrl D to keep things fast. So I have configured my shortcuts in Visual Studio Code. So Ctrl D is one of them, and I have configured it by going to this settings button and then keyboard shortcuts, and then you can, use all these settings to change your keyboard shortcuts. So I'll close it for now, and what I'll do is I'll save my urls.py, and inside view I'll create an about function. I'll say this is my about page, and I'll say slash about. This is my, what was that, projects, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, it was projects. So I'll say, okay, this is my projects, this is my projects page slash projects, and this is my contact page slash contact. And once I do that, I'll show you that my errors will go away. Let me paste it here, Ctrl S to save, and I expect all my errors to go now. Okay, so it's saying that your server has been started and we don't have any problem now. So we can go back to our app and we can test these endpoints. Let me put some gibberish first to show you that if I put some gibberish, it will start complaining about the URLs not having this particular endpoint. Now what I'll do is I'll say, okay, I want to go to say slash, so it will say this is my home page. Now if I say slash about, it'll say, okay, so it's saying that about is not found. Let me see what the problem is. Okay, so if I say about, I don't have to include this slash. So as I told you already that I also get confused with this slash at times. So what I'll do is I'll remove the slash, and if I reload, you can see that it's saying this is my about page. And if I go to projects, it will say this is my project page, projects, and I'm here, this is my projects page. And what I'll do is I'll paste contact here, and you can have as many pages as you want. If I write something else here, like if I say maps, we haven't defined maps, so it will throw error naturally. Okay, so this is how a Django website is laid. This is how our portfolio website is laid. Home will be the home page. About will tell something about us. Projects will tell our projects that we have built, and contact will be finally a page where people can come and they can contact us. So this is a portfolio website that we are gonna build, and believe me, it'll look very beautiful in the future. So all you have to do is have some patience, hang on, I'll make it as beautiful as possible. And again, I'll tell you how to make it more beautiful so that you can further customize your website and make it as awesome as you guys are. Okay, so for now, what I want you to do is access this playlist, bookmark this playlist, and just for me, like this video and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already done that. That will be a lot for me. So I just want to request you to subscribe to this channel and like to this video, and at the same time access this playlist if you haven't already done that. So that's about it for this video. Thank you so much guys for watching this video. In the further videos, what I'll do is I will tell you what Bootstrap is. We'll use Bootstrap, we'll make things awesome. Thank you so much guys for watching this video, and I will see you next time.